the bump is bumping. Just gotta let the belly out.
Okay, getting it off the boobs is tricky.
Here's half of a lovely bump, and then here's a bag of shit.
I don't think we're gonna make it.
I can't get it up. Boop, 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 boop. Is this video a temporary funeral for lots of my clothes? I'll see you in a few years. I'm 15 weeks pregnant, and I'm already not fitting into some of my clothes. This is my second pregnancy, and my first child was born at the end of April. And I did a video like this during that pregnancy where I was getting all of my clothes, figuring out what fits me, what doesn't, what gaps I have in my wardrobe in terms of maternity wear, what I can get away with using my own clothes for, and then what kind of I needed to purchase. And last time I did all of that when I was 20 weeks. That's a first pregnancy for you. And so last time I really only had to dress my bump for winter and then a little bit of spring towards the end. And this time, naively, I thought, oh, this baby's due in early January. I'm only gonna need bump clothes for autumn and winter. Great. But here we are in the sweltering heat of the summer, and I'm 15 weeks, and yeah, my current wardrobe may not cut it. I'm still only 15 weeks, so it's not huge, but the bump is bumping, and also the boobs are boobing. We'll get onto that. And also, we are having a very hot summer. At the time of recording this, I'm also about to go to the south of France on holiday, where it's currently in the mid-30s. I think it's meant to be a bit cooler next week, but still over 30 degrees. I think I'm just gonna start holidaying in Scotland from now on. I think that's the only answer. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna wear on this holiday, but then also for the rest of the summer. We've got August, September can also still be quite warm in the UK. I need to figure out what I can wear that is gonna keep me cool, because I'm just one of those people that hates being too hot. I feel so physically uncomfortable, and this is even when I'm not pregnant. If I am too hot and sticky and sweaty, I cannot concentrate on anything. It's like the temperature version of hangry. I'm not a human. So I need to be cool, but I also need to be comfy, and I need to be wearing things that fit my changing body. And then once we actually get to September, then we're going to reassess. Again, I naively thought I was only gonna have to like assess my maternity wardrobe situation for autumn, winter, but here we are in summer doing it now, and then we're gonna have to do it again later once it gets colder. But we're just thinking about summer right now. You're probably watching this video towards the end of summer because your girl likes to pre-film. But before we get onto the clothes, as I mentioned, the boobs be boobing. And so something that I have already done is get myself some new bras and swimwear. I was spilling out of my current bras. It was not comfy. It was not a good look. And in my last pregnancy, I had these bralettes that I was living in, and then I just let them like stretch out and grow with me throughout that pregnancy. So they kind of got very stretched and destroyed. So I no longer have those. I have recently been back in my underwire bra game as well. You know, post early motherhood, post breastfeeding, I've been back in my wired bras, which I've been loving. And I also do tend to prefer wired bras when it is super hot. Anyone with big boobs will understand this, but I feel like the wires help to keep this area drier, whereas a bralette tends to have like a thicker waistband. Also the boobs like flop a bit more, they're not as supportive. This just like prevents all of that under boob sweat, you know. So I am still in wired bras, and maybe we shall turn to bralettes later into the pregnancy and once we're in autumn, winter. I was actually invited for a fitting at this underwear shop called The Pantry in London. I'd been there before with some of my friends. We all had like a group fitting together. It was very fun. But this time they invited me just on a whim, and I emailed them back being like, well, actually, I am pregnant and I do not fit into any of my bras right now. And so they gifted me a set, but then of course I bought more with my own money too, just for full transparency. But before we went, I tried on some of my existing swimwear just to assess the situation. There's my maternity swimming costume that I kept from last time that I'm not going to be taking with me on this holiday. I think this will be very useful later in pregnancy. It's just got like a lot of room and a lot of excess fabric that I don't need right now. Then there's this pink number, which sort of still fits, but it's also not really like a style that gives a lot of support. And then my black and white bikini was like still pretty good. I think I did buy this just after Rowan was born, and so my boobs were much bigger then because I was breastfeeding, so I think that kind of like helped. But they do have low-rise bottoms, which I tend to only wear if I'm feeling like, you know, quite confident with my stoma situation. The main casualty though was my gorgeous, stunning, like orange tangerine swimming costume. This just was like too tight around the boobs. I was like spilling out of the cup. It was not working, which is such a shame because it's so beautiful. So off I went to the pantry, tried on loads of different bras. I've definitely gone up at least one cup size, and normally I'm about a 30 around the back, but she was putting me in 32s and 34s to give me growing room in my like rib area, and then also like the larger back also kind of like translates to bigger cup sizes as well. I won't go into it now, but if anyone's had a bra thing, you understand the relationship between cup size and back size. So we are going to get to the clothes, but just a quick swimwear underwear haul for you first. I am actually like wearing one of the bras now, so I'll show you that in a second. But the set that they gifted me was this lovely white number, and then I also got some pants to go with it. They didn't have high-waisted. I'm normally a high-waisted person just because of my stoma bag. However, I'm a size 10 normally, and I got these in a size 14, and so they actually do kind of function as high-waisted underwear over my bump, so that's quite handy. I got a fancy set. So what size is this one? 32H. Oh boy, oh boy. And then I got this swimming costume. It's a very similar like shape and size to my tangerine one, but obviously it fits me. What's this one? This is a 34G. There we go. And I like this. I love the like red gingham style. Okay, there's your underwear swimwear haul. Now it's time to open up this wardrobe. Okay, let's do it. Everything on the bottom here is mine, and then all of this is mine. Okay, so I'm gonna be really strategic here. We're not trying on everything because there's some things that I'll look at and I'm like, that is absolutely not gonna fit me, and also that doesn't fit my criteria of like cool, comfy summer. So I'm just gonna get everything out that I feel like has potential, and then we're gonna do a big try on. Okay, we are, of course, because it's summer, starting with dresses. Starting with this dress. I have had this dress, I think, for over a decade. I bought it in Manchester, Arndale Centre. I'm from Manchester. It's from Apricot, and I absolutely love it, but I've always like mentally categorized it as a bit of a fancier dress. But I have found that it ticks a lot of boxes for me when it's really hot, which is no sleeves, free armpits, and short. And so I have been wearing it a lot more recently. However, it's not gonna last much longer. It does still fit the bump, but there's not a lot of growing room. And also it's actually already quite tight around the boobs. It's not a stretchy dress, it's just a zip up the back. I think I can get away with it for my holiday, but I don't know how much further into the summer I'll be able to get away with it for. But this one has definitely been serving me well in the heat in trimester 1. Let's address the dress. All of these ones that I put over here, and I'm not going to be trying any of these on. And that is because I seem to have a lot of maxi dresses, which is great, very versatile, like across multiple seasons. But when my main priority is being as cool as possible, depends on the fabric, but I don't always want like tons of fabric all the way down my legs. So this one is definitely a winner and a keeper. It's not too long. The fabric is super thin and flowy. I even got this altered to make like the armpits bigger a while back because they were like too tight before. And this has got loads of bump room. And I've been wearing this loads at the moment as well. Then we have this number. I've also been wearing a fair bit. It's another long one, but still light. It's not as like flowy, not as much big room in it as the other one, but I think it will still like last a good while longer before I don't fit it anymore. This one I know will definitely fit my bump because I wore it later in my pregnancy last time. However, it's just a lot of material and I do get quite hot in it. So obviously I'm still going to keep this because it's going to be great. Just like I can wear this all seasons. I can make it for warm weather or for cold weather or whatever, but it's definitely not for heat wave weather. It doesn't quite do that well. Oh, this one I also wore towards the end of my last pregnancy, actually like really towards the end in a photo shoot as well. But this is another one again that's like, this material's quite thick. Not on here, but on the booby armpity area. This is a maybe. This might come to France with me, but it'll definitely fit the bump. So that's good. This one should definitely fit the bump. It's very like stretchy and loose, but I can't remember if I wore it last time. But this is a no at the moment just because of the sleeves and the armpit situation, but I do love it. But maybe we'll bust it out in the autumn. Be it's time to shine. This one I haven't worn for a while, so I'm actually not quite sure what the current fit is on my bump because it's obviously all buttons down the front, but also sleeves. But it is good. I think this is a better spring dress because it has like another layer inside. But yeah, this is better in 20 degrees, not 30 degrees. And then finally in our like maxi dress category, this is actually from Jojo Mama Bebe. I bought this postpartum last time because it's actually a nursing dress. It's the one nursing dress I kept. I think I bought two in the end. And it also like has all of the room for a bump. But this material is so thick. This is like winter dress material with a spring summer dress pattern. And I don't understand why. Because it's got, you know, it's got the armpit situation. It ticks that box. But maybe there'll be some moments for it, but not right now. Not today. Okay, I also have two kind of recent additions to my wardrobe. This got busted out. This has been under my bed for years. It is a maternity jumpsuit that my sister bought me in my last pregnancy. And I only really wore this towards the end of my last pregnancy when it was like springtime. But I think we're gonna bust this out a bit more. But I need to check how it fits on the smaller bump because I've only ever worn this with a larger bump. Here we go, this is the other bra. This feels good. I like this. It doesn't look like there's too much like baggy excess material. Do I look like more pregnant in it? Like I'm wearing like actual like maternity clothes? I'm not sure I'll take this to France though, just because, I don't know, just like a lot of fabric around the legs. I get a sweaty crotch, you know? But I'm glad I busted this out. I think this is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And then we can like layer it in the autumn. Next, I was panicking about the amount of like short dresses that I had to survive the summer with a bump that was bumping. And I bought this in a charity shop spontaneously the other week. However, let me show you le problème with it. Okay, so I have worn this twice. I wore it the day after I bought it and it fit amazing. It was quite loose fitting. All of this like extra room for the bump to grow a little bit even though it was buttoned. Yes, I wasn't following my own rules in terms of like the armpit situation, but I swear this dress was bigger. I think it shrank in the wash, literally just from one wear, one wash, and then I wore it again another day and I was like, I feel like these buttons are popping open. And I'm like, my bump couldn't have grown that much in a week. My boobs couldn't have grown that much in a week, did they? But it also feels tighter here. It also feels tighter on my arms. This isn't gonna last as long as I hoped for, but it's still a great dress and I think fits really well with my style and my wardrobe in general. So she's a keeper. She's just not a keeper for the intents and purposes that I was hoping. And like, I don't know if you can even tell, like it is very minor. Is it? I don't know. It feels like a bit of a gaping buttonhole. But it just, yeah, it does feel smaller. I'm like, did I grow? Possibly. Did the wash shrink it? I think so. but I do like this dress a lot. It looks like a dress that I already own. Perfect. Okay, my two go-to, it's extremely hot dresses, which I think I've shared before, are these two bad boys. Both purchased at H&M many, many years ago. They're short, they're sleeveless. This one I wore towards the end of my pregnancy last time. This one probably not. This one's got less wiggle room just because it's got this like waistband to it, but it does still fit. And these two are like 100% coming on holiday with me. We don't need to try them on. They're gonna go the distance. Well, this one's definitely gonna go to the distance. We'll see about this one, who knows. Next in the dress category, we've got some other shorter dresses, but these are ones that I'm not sure how they currently fit or how much longer they're going to last. So let's give them a go. Again, I am feeling the tightness around the boobs currently more than I am around the belly. Like this would be fine for today, but not sure how much longer, unless like my boobs have stopped growing until we get to like right at the end. I hope my boobs don't continuously grow throughout this pregnancy. There's also not a huge amount of wiggle room here, this much. So that's not a lot. This might get one more wear out of it before we have to retire it for the season. And also this is a great dress that I wear in the winter as well. Like I layer it with things underneath. So that's sad that she's not gonna get a layered season. Is this a good breastfeeding dress? No, because I would have something layered underneath it, and so that would be really tricky. Oh, the sad, but not sad because I'm pregnant. Okay, this one I have been wearing a fair bit in the first trimester, but I can't remember when the last time I put it on was. Okay, this one is feeling tight. Tight around the boobs, but also this waistband here that's like just sitting above my bump. Tight. This is a shame because this one is a gorgeous like shape and fabric for when it is hot. We've got like armpits. Also, guys, it's got pockets. I feel like today might even be like the last day that I'm able to wear this. And it is one of those ones that I feel like I'd wear for half a day and then just be like, it's too tight, I'm not comfy. Oh, what a shame. Also, this was one of the dresses that I was like overjoyed to be able to bring back into my wardrobe after I stopped breastfeeding last time, because it's got that backup zip. Like this is not a breastfeeding dress. So this is another one that I'm gonna have to like say goodbye to for a while. Is this video a temporary funeral for lots of my clothes? I'll see you in a few years, depending on how long I breastfeed for, or if I can breastfeed, I don't know. I breastfed my son for 2 years, so we'll see. This is a very similar situation. It's zip up the back. I did wear it like a week ago and it was fine. It's just come out of the wash and now I can't zip it up. It's been 6 days since I filmed that video of me in a garden, all happy. And now I can't get it up. Is this just because it's just come out of the wash? I don't know. Right, there we go. She's in. This is a very similar situation to the cactus dress. It's excellent. It's got pockets. It's got free armpits. It's a bit more structured, but it's tight. And we're gonna probably have to say goodbye to it for a while because this is also not a breastfeeding friendly dress. Tiny violins. This is one of my favorite dresses that I own, but it is a bit of a squeeze over the boobs. And I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it. Oh my God. Have we made it? Did we make it? I mean, technically we made it, but I feel like any second. Yeah, this is obviously incredibly tight here, incredibly tight here. I mean, loads of great room for the bump. No pockets in this one, unfortunately. Can I do it? No, I don't know. Comfort, Hannah. I can only see like a tiny version of me, so I don't know how bad the like button situation is. I can feel that there's a bit of a hole here, but I think I look banging. I think I look great. It's also like one of my husband's favorite dresses on me. Can you tell why? Even when I'm a cup size smaller, but it is just like, she's gonna have to come out next summer. Maybe we can get away with breastfeeding in this, but it would be quite exposing. It would just be like whole tit out situation. This is just a little black number that I never wear like this because it's actually a thing that I bought to go underneath this, which is big and loose and flowy. So bump will definitely fit into this. It was just like more about testing the undergarments. And you know what? I always think pregnant people look so good when they're wearing like a tight, stretchy, like bodycon thing. I've always been too scared to do that because of my stoma bag. It just like makes everything like a bit lumpy and not as just like, you know, lovely and smooth, being like, oh, here's my lovely bump. It's like, here's half of a lovely bump and then here's a bag of shit. And then also because of that, I always wear like big high-waisted briefs. And so the knicker line situation is, you know, doing a thing. It just never like, I just never look how these other women look in my head. But this outer layer kind of protects me a bit from that. But this is okay. Like, it's stretchy. It feels obviously like fitted. And also, because it's black, I do think I'd be able to like wear it in the autumn, winter. Like, I associate it more with those months anyway. I don't think I'm going to wear this when I'm huge though. Like, yeah, it's got some stretch to it, but I think if I wear it when I'm huge, I'll permanently stretch this, which I don't want to do. So gonna have to be careful, but let's just pop this over the top. I mean, obviously lovely, but let's try on this situation with another bodycon dress that I got to go underneath that is yellow, but this is tighter. And also like, what the fuck are these sleeves? What the fuck are these spaghetti straps? On this dress, I think you might be able to see a bit better what I was saying about like, lovely bump, stoma bag mess. This is very tight. Also, I don't know if you can see the line of like the bra that is inside this dress that just like comes up to my nipples. And then I've got all of this boob here that's like, what about us? Honestly, I can't say with much confidence how much wear any of these pieces are gonna get. Definitely not this one. Like, I do not feel like comfortable or confident in this, even with this over the top. Maybe with it over the top, I don't know. Also, like, yes, it's stretchy, but oh, hang on, there's a bit more in there, and maybe I care less about this yellow one getting overstretched. We'll see how it goes. This is one of my favorite dresses that I own. It doesn't get nearly enough wear because I think I'm always quite self-conscious about the boob situation in it. I was expecting myself to be spilling out more than I am, considering I've grown a cup size, but I think because it was already quite a booby dress, like the difference isn't really that much, or at least I can't tell. It's very comfy here. It's definitely not too tight here, and it doesn't feel too tight on the boobs, shockingly. My only qualm with this dress is that like the sheer amount of material. It's one of the maxi dresses, but it's also like quite a heavy maxi dress, but it's promising. It's not going to last much longer though, because that is not stretchy, that's just like however much room there is. But although it is sitting above my bump, so if my waist, I mean my waist is gonna expand, it's all gonna expand. In a world where your belly gets big, but your waist doesn't expand when you're pregnant, you can continue wearing the best dress in the world. But I may take it on holiday with me for date night. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Seeing as we can't take the other dress that's Dan's favourite, I think it's gotta be this one. It's gonna be me. Okay, stop, Hannah.
Okay, getting it off the boobs is tricky.
I wore this once in the first trimester, so I just wanted to see how it's fitting now, and it is really comfortable. It is called the magic dress. It's got this like elastic hole at the back here, which like does feel a little bit tighter. And this is one that I definitely don't want to stretch. There is all this room because it has got that elastic back. Just a bit nervous about stretching it. Okay, so now I've kind of like pulled the elastic a bit. Okay, this could work. Some side angles. Look at all that room. I'm just nervous about stretching it permanently. Pull, pull, pull. But will it be okay because it's elastic? I don't know. Well done, guys. We've officially made it through all the dresses that I wanted to try on. There are a few casualties of things that we need to say goodbye to for now, but I still feel like there's a lot in there. Like, I don't need to go shopping for any summer maternity dresses is the conclusion that I've come to, because that would be ideal. I don't really want to buy anything new. This may be different in our tops and bottoms category. So let's see. I have this green crop top. I have it in the same size in a pink. I used to have other colors, but they were a size small and these are a medium, and the smalls just were not cutting it. But this is still all right. Top's still fine. These bottoms, however, I know they look like they might fit and like they've got a lovely room and stuff for the bump, but they are so tight. This elastic was one that was like already like a little bit tight on me, but like was fine before I got pregnant. So it doesn't really have much of a chance now, which is a shame because they are like really good, like loose, flowy trousers, which I wouldn't wear in 30 plus heat, but I may wear in 20 plus heat, you know? Alas, they're coming off. I have very little hope for these trousers because they are not stretchy and they have a zip. Can we do it up? Ooh, I mean, can we? Maybe. Should we? No. No, we shouldn't. Yeah. These are not maternity wear. Oh, what's that? Another green pair of trousers. Ow! Okay, I mean, I have high hopes for these. Yeah, look at that. These were a present from my friend Lena after Rowan was born. She asked me if I wanted anything, and I said that in my postpartum state, I'd been living in these yellow ones, and I asked for them in another color. The only thing is in the summer, I don't know why, maybe because like these were purchased like maybe a year or so apart, these ones are much thicker. Like I actually wouldn't like this if it was really, really hot because there's like so much material and this elastic on the belly is like, why? But good for when it's like colder and maybe they'll become my like lounging at home trousers. But the yellow ones, I don't know, they're just lighter and airier and like the elastic is stretchier. Also the color is more summery. I immediately feel like cooler and looser in these. So these are definitely coming with. Boop, 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 boop. Loads of room. Excellent, excellent. My summer jeans. Place your bets now, guys. I think not a chance. Not a chance. Holy shit. This is another like, can I wear them? Yeah. Should I wear them? Okay, these actually like fit better than I was expecting. I thought I'd be more uncomfortable. What's that about? I mean, not for long. There's not a lot of room here, but maybe I'll just go around like this in the summer after a while. Is this a look? Just like me in my many crop tops and then my jeans out like this? I don't hate it, but you have to make it look intentional. I'd need to get like an accessory here, like some sort of like belt situation. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what's happening in my head. Whilst I've got these on, you just gotta let the belly out. I wanna just try on all my other crop tops that I have, but they should all be fine because I feel like they're all gonna come up here, but it just depends on the boobs, you know? Depends on what the boobs wanna do. This is all right. The only thing I've noticed the few times that I've worn this recently is because my boobs have grown, it's kind of like lifted the crop up a bit, and because it's not a fitted crop, it's like this loose crop. I don't know, there's like part of me that keeps on like being worried that like the bottom of my boobs are just like fully on show. But fine, it's fine. It's summertime. You gotta, you know, accidentally have like some under boob slips and reveals. It's all part of the season. This one hasn't had any wears yet, mostly because of the sleeves right in the armpits situation, which is a shame because that's cute. She's cute. But I just tend to gravitate to all of my sleeveless ones. But fits over the boobs still, just. This one's a bit of a longer crop top. What is happening to me that I now like want some low-rise jeans or shorts or something for pregnancy? Like I just want to like exist like this. Does it just look like I'm not done my flies up? Or does it look like high fashion? Maybe this will just be how I exist at home. I mean, she was always going to be a winner. There were no doubts. There were no doubts. I feel like even if I'm not going to wear the yellow one that kind of comes up into my armpits, I've still got this one, the orange one, the green one, and then the pink version of the green one. Oh, and then the other yellow one with the like, that's like 5. Did I say all of them? That's 5 tops. I feel like I don't need to buy any more tops. I also grabbed these 2 numbers from the wardrobe, like for slightly cooler days. I don't need to try these on right now, but like this kind of like loose fitted shirt, and this one is very, very loose and baggy and stuff. So they might be not for this kind of level of heat, but at some point. Okay, I've got one more pair of trousers to try on and then shorts. And shorts, I think, is where I'm the most worried. I wore these the other day and they were great. I just don't know how much longer they're gonna last. Whew. Okay, whoop, 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 whoop. Lots of room in these. I think it's because these are a size 12. So they are like generally like a wee bit too big for me, so it's kind of perfect. These are great. Again, I don't know how much longer they're gonna last, and I definitely don't want to stretch these. What do we have in terms of like loose trousers though? I just have the yellow ones? The yellow ones and these. Depends on how hot the summer is, if that'll last me or not. And then I've got all of these tops, but if I don't have any bottoms that fit with it, because I've not pulled out a single one of my skirts, because none of my skirts are elasticated. It's just a no. They're gonna be riding the hell up. They're all mini skirts and they're all fitted, so no. Okay, shorts. Shorts. I have 4 pairs of summer shorts that I wear. These ones are the only elastic ones. And they're good for now, but that's good. These will definitely come on holiday though, so that's a win. These ones, I think also will be fine. I actually was wearing them yesterday. Obviously, not much more time in them, but they are still super comfy. There's just like loads of room here. I don't know how it works like that. We've got 2 pairs of shorts that we can take on holiday. Will they last the rest of the summer? Unknown. These ones, I doubt. But they're high-waisted normally. What if we go low-waisted? Hold on. So yeah, that ain't happening. This is normally where I wear them, around the belly button. What if, can you change high-waisted shorts to low-waisted shorts? No, that's even worse. They're more likely to seal up here than they are down here. That's a shame. These ones aren't coming with. And finally, the sunflower shorts. Oh God, those feel tight. That ain't happening. That is not fucking happening. I'm just taking mental stock here. We've got enough dresses. We've got enough one-pieces. That's fine. We've got 5 tops. We've got 2 pairs of shorts, but both of them are blue, but they will both go with like everything else, plus a pink one. Like they are both blue, but they go with all of the tops. And then we have these 2. Like my brain is like worrying a little bit that I don't have enough bottoms, but that's a better place to be. And we can just live in one-piece dresses. What do we think of this look? Pattern on pattern, the undone shorts, the pants, the stone bag. This is what it's come to. Right, okay. Do you know what? I think I'm just gonna go with it. We bought new swimwear. That was necessary. And bras. But at least for the rest of the summer, I'm gonna make do with what I have, and then we'll do a whole other video come autumn. I've got 2 pairs of maternity jeans living under the bed, so we'll bust them out, see how they fit this time round. I think I've got some maternity tops that I lent to a friend, so I'm gonna try and retrieve those. So that'll be a video out in the nearish future. Okay, you know how I said that I would make do and not buy anything new? Well, that was before I saw these shorts on Vinted. I'm obsessed. Stretchy McStretch. Look at that, loosey-goosey. They arrived the day before I went on holiday, and I was very pleased about that. I just needed another pair that had an elastic waist, and also having another colour option is great as well, just for like, I don't know, feeling good, putting together my colourful outfits and things. I love wearing it with this green top, and then it also looks excellent with like the pink as well. I just wanted to show you these. And there's one more thing. This, not newly purchased. You may remember this big yellow maxi skirt that was a replacement for another yellow maxi skirt that I had that doesn't fit me anymore. And I got this from my followers like Style Me from Vinted video, and it was too big. And I said in that video that I was gonna get it taken in. Well, guess who didn't get it taken in? And here we are. Look at that. Absolute perfection. Still a little bit of like room to go as well. So I'm very pleased that I procrastinated on that. Great. Obviously I'm now realizing that the main like bottom half things that I have to wear during the summer in this pregnancy, got the other 2 shorts that are blue, but then yellow, yellowy orange, and then yellow. At least I know they're gonna go with basically all of my clothes. I am now very hot and bothered, but this has been necessary because now I know what fits me before I pack an entire suitcase for my holiday. And if anything, having less clothes that I can wear helps with packing. Less choice. We're being restricted here. Thank you so much for watching. If you do have any tips and tricks for like pregnancy, maternity dressing in the heat, let me know. It will very likely still be hot by the time you're seeing this. So if you have any tips, thanks. I hope that you're all doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.